Hey there, what is up you guys? I am Jerry and welcome back to the channel, The Chicago Griller. This is the show where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q. If you think that I can help you out, hit the like button and subscribe. I like lobster, you like lobster, Huey likes lobster, everyone likes lobster. So today on the channel, I'm going to be grilling lobster tails on my Weber Q. Now I have done these on the channel before, but in that video I butterflied the shells and essentially grilled them indirect. So today I'm going to be showcasing a slightly different method where you grill them directly on the grates and then you flip them over and baste them in some delicious homemade butter sauce. Come and check this out, you don't want to miss it. Today on the channel, we're going to be grilling up some lobster tails. You could pick up your tails from any trusted grocery store or fishmonger. Just be sure you buy them the same day that you plan on grilling them, because they do spoil very quickly. At least near me, the lobster tails that are sold in stores tend to be on the smaller side, about 4 ounces per tail. But no matter how large or how small your lobster tails are, the prep and the grilling method will be largely the same. To begin, grab a sharp knife and a set of kitchen shears. Work those shears between the meat and the shell and cut straight down the spine of your lobster tail shells. However, stop short of the fins and don't cut all the way through. Now, with that sharp knife of yours, work the tip into the slit that you've opened up with your shears. Press down firmly and cut through the bottom half of your lobster tail shell. At this point, you should now be able to open up the shell like a book and expose the flesh. Depending on the season or even the type of lobster, it could require some force to really open it up. But there you go. And now, of course, repeat this process for however many number of tails you plan on throwing on the grill. But before we get to the grill, we need to oil and season our tails. So I'm going to grab a little bit of olive oil and drizzle a little bit on my opened up lobster tails. And now with my clean hands and fingers, I'm going to gently spread that oil evenly on the flesh side of these lobster tails. This will ensure that they do not stick to the grates when they hit the grill. Once that's done, it's time to apply our seasonings. Today, we keep it very simple. We're going to add a couple pinches of salt and then crack some fresh ground pepper to taste. And that's it. That's all you need, because once we hit the grill, we're going to hit these tails with some homemade butter and garlic sauce. So to make this sauce, of course, you need some butter. So here's 3 tablespoons of butter, and skipping ahead with the magic of video editing, we've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And to this small bowl of melted butter, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a pinch or 2 of salt, and some freshly ground black pepper. Almost done. A couple more ingredients to go. First, we're going to add about a teaspoon of dried basil, and finally, squeeze in the juice of 1 or 2 slices of lemon. Perfect. And that is all the ingredients for our butter sauce, so grab a fork or a spoon and whisk all the ingredients together until blended. So now, with our lobster tails prepped and our sauce complete, it's time to head on out to the grill. Today, I'll be demonstrating this cook on my Weber Q1200. It has been preheating for the past 10 to 15 minutes, and after setting my gas knob to a medium heat, I'm going to lay my lobster tails flesh side down directly across the grill grates. Going flesh side down will really give these lobster that signature char and texture that you can only get from cooking on a grill. Contrast this to the method I shared in my first lobster tail video, where the meat of the lobster were never in direct contact with the grill grates. Anyways, back to present day and this cook. Shut the lid and let these tails cook flesh side down for 3 minutes. So 3 minutes later, we're going to open up our grill. You'll see the shells have turned and taken on a deeper red color, but we want to flip all these tails over so that they are shell side down, getting this flesh off of the direct heat. But we're not quite ready to close the lid quite yet. We need to baste these lobster tails in that delicious butter sauce that we just made. So spoon a generous amount of this butter sauce on each tail. Just be careful not to drip too much of this into the grill below, otherwise it will cause some flare-ups. Anyways, let's now shut the lid and let these lobster tails continue cooking with the shell side down. After 3 minutes with the shell side down, I'm going to open the lid and baste these lobster tails once again with this garlicky butter sauce. And like I just said, perhaps try not to drip too much of that butter sauce into the grill to prevent flare-ups. That said, as long as your grill is clean, it shouldn't cause you any problem. Anyways, while you've got the grill open at this point, you might as well also squeeze a little bit more fresh lemon onto each one of your lobster tails. Oh man, this all smells so good. You know, if my neighbors downstairs have their windows open, they're gonna be wondering what's cooking. Lobster tail, that's what. Anyways, I've now let my lobster tails cook for an additional 2 minutes. That's 3 minutes flesh side down and 5 minutes total with the flesh side up. I'm going to check for doneness. Now, with lobster tail, you're going for a target temperature of between 140 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I was well within that range, so I'm going to pull all my lobster tails off of the grill. And that's it. This was another method of how you can grill lobster tails on a Weber Q grill. We served up our tails today with some mac and cheese and some garlic bread, but let me pull out the meat from the tail to show you what it looks like when it's perfectly cooked. And there you go. Check that out. I think this is perfect, but what does Huey think? Here you go, buddy. Yeah, I think he likes it, and I think that you will too. Definitely give this method and this recipe a try. And if you tried out my previous method, let me know which version you think turned out better. I'd be very curious to know. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all again next time. Bye.